What's good, y'all? How you doing out there today? It is your boy Tony the Savant back with another one. Hold on, let me do my intro. Shout out to the BCE, the SCE, my boy Mello, that's the president. Shout out to my boy Jeezy, that's the manager. Shout out to my baby cousin Hog, been supporting since day one. I love that and I love you, G. Let's get on into it. So, I recently read this report. I gotta watch the interview. I don't know. Let me see. I had read the report, but apparently I think it was an interview. It's on the Gilbert Arenas show with the coach of the Los Angeles Clippers, Ty Lue, a gentleman that I'm a big fan of. I will say this more so: I respect Ty Lue a lot. Just as far as I used to like him a lot when he was with the Lakers. I think he played for the Orlando Magic for a little bit as well, but. Ty Lue was a solid, player, but I like him more as a coach, and I really admire, the work he was able to do out in Cleveland with LeBron and Kyrie, able to help that team capture that championship in 2016. All that good stuff, man. We can go down Ty Lue's resume. I'm just kind of confirming, just letting you all know, sharing why I respect Mr. Lue. So anyway, he had an interview on Gilbert Arenas' show, podcast, and he made a startling statement that I think that has gotten the sports world a little shaken up. And I'm going to share my thoughts on this because this storyline in the NBA, this particular storyline, has been one of those storylines in the NBA. I had no interest, I paid no attention to it at first, and then I started noticing certain things, and then I also, and then I became a fan of this particular gentleman. So let's just go through the timeline. I'm talking about Russell Westbrook. I have a hard time squeezing out those S's, bro. It's crazy, but Russell Westbrook. This is a gentleman that I seen get drafted. He got drafted in 2009. Came into the league, an electrifying player. From UCLA, a California dude through and through. Super athletic. I think it might be my Chicago bias at play, but I still will say that Derrick Rose is the most athletic, one of the most, a little bit more athletic than Russell Westbrook naturally. I think it's a good, argument to make between Baron Davis, Derrick Rose, and Westbrook as far as the most athletic point guard to ever play the game. But I would go put my vote with Derrick Rose, and I will admit that there's some bias involved. But Westbrook is the closest thing I've seen as far as just being uber athletic, talented, skilled, disciplined. Only knock on Westbrook is that he's never really cultivated his jump shot. You know what I mean? He's never really improved it. He has got a little bit more, I guess, out of volume. He can hit a couple more, jump shots, threes. I love his midi. His run up, and get to like the free throw line midi, one of his signature shots. But that's been one of the knocks on Westbrook, especially from my side of life, as me evaluating his talent. But nonetheless, Ty Lue comes out on the Gilbert Arenas podcast, Gil's Arena, and he says that I'm gonna read the report a little bit. I'm gonna read the report because I love this report. I just love the energy that Ty Lue was giving it. He says that the LA Clippers have only had Russell Westbrook on their team for half a season, but it seems like he's made a huge impression, one so big that even Ty Lue is even willing to consider Westbrook the Clippers' leader. Gilbert Arenas spoke on Gil's Arena show where he revealed a conversation he had with Clippers head coach Ty Lue about Westbrook. I talked to Tyronn Lue. Okay, so it's just Gil's talking. Like I said, I just only read this, y'all. I didn't hear any interview. I didn't get any audio, any visual from this. I had only come by the print. So anyway, he says, I talked to Tyronn Lue and I said, man, why did my mans get no money? Arenas question about Westbrook. He said, we gave him everything we had. He didn't want to go anywhere, and we're glad he didn't because we've never had a leader, and he's our leader. That's astonishing. You know what I mean? Admirable on Westbrook as well. I think Westbrook is at that point in his career. He is a vet. I think he's like 33, 34 years old. That he's at that point in his career where he's made his money. And I think that not that he's necessarily ring chasing, because Westbrook has gotten to most of his teams via, I think all of his teams have been through trade. You know, his big contract has been moved around a few times. So it's good to see that even in his half a season with the Clippers, he made such an impression on them that, you know, I mean, from this report, it seems like Ty Lue and the Clippers wanted to. Sorry, y'all. It seemed like Ty Lue and the Clippers wanted to pay him, but it just didn't work out that way as far as financially. But luckily for them, Russell Westbrook didn't want to go anywhere, so they was able to give him the veteran minimum and also captivate a leader for the team. Now, this is what I had to say to that. Let me finish the report. I'm sorry. Russell Westbrook took a massive pay cut to be on the Clippers. This upcoming season, he will only make $3 million, let's say about $4 million. Both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George will be making $45 million, crazy, this upcoming season. And neither one of them is considered a leader, according to his statement. Westbrook will be one of the lowest paid players on the Clippers, but he'll have one of the biggest voices. Think about the perception of Westbrook, Arena said. Patrick Beverley was definitely the vocal leader of the Clippers in the past, but he's since been 2 years removed from the team. The Clippers definitely need some vocal leadership, and hopefully Westbrook can be that piece for them. So that's why I love this article. It definitely shows that Ty Lue respects. He looks at his players and he actually, evaluates them on not just a talent and a skill level, but what intangibles are you bringing to the team? What value do you bring to the team? Those are the kind of things I like to look at as far as a player as well, because all of these dudes in the NBA are elite, man. You'd be a fool to say otherwise. Any one of these dudes come to your local gym and they start hooping, they're gonna bust everybody's behinds. If you're an NBA player, that is a label that just stands with the top of the top basketball players. I will concede, but it's also good to see that Westbrook came into this season with all of the stuff that he's been through with the Lakers, that he still was able to maintain his head, keep it high, keep it focused, and was able to be an effective presence in the locker room for the Clippers. Because I believe they was out of the playoff contention, or they was, losing a lot of games, and then Westbrook goes over there via the trade. And, he redeems them, gets them to the 6th seed, I believe they were. And they were able to go on that playoff run that we all know about. So, just my thoughts on it, just a few things I was thinking about is that Westbrook, like I said, I didn't pay attention to him in the beginning. But as I've watched Westbrook's career and, evaluated it, this guy, I've noticed something about Westbrook. He is a leader. He's a dog. He's an old school player, man. It's the reason why Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan both sang many of Westbrook's praises. He is not a guy that's more so concerned with his stats, what everybody thinks about him. Westbrook is concerned with winning. He's a winner. He goes out there to win. I think he's gotten a bad rap because of one loudmouth, Skip Bayless. And this is why I'm not a fan of Skip Bayless. This is why I say that Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless. Who else did I have on my list? I wrote down some big. And every LeBron fan. Now, I won't hold the Lakers. The Lakers fans wasn't really jumping on the train last season when the LeBron fans and the media were calling Westbrook a vampire in the locker room and saying that he was trash and that he was washed and that they had this man coming off the bench. Now, here's another thing. I thought LeBron's supposed to make all his teammates better. He's supposed to make Russ better, bro. He was supposed to. This is what the media been feeding us. Y'all know me, man. I'm in the media now, so now I have a love-hate relationship with these guys. But at the same time, it's the matter of the fact that y'all told us for all these years that LeBron made his teammates better, blah, blah, blah. And then what ended up happening is this. Fun fact. Did y'all know that Westbrook has made the playoffs with every team he's been on except the Los Angeles Lakers, the famous Los Angeles Lakers, with two, well, with him as well, it would have been 3, but with 2 additional top 75 players, allegedly, of all time. Like, this is what I'm confused about, especially with you LeBron fans. This is why I say y'all need to issue my boy an apology as well. Let me hit my water. Y'all. Y'all owe him an apology, man, because I seen a lot of y'all Bron fans out there. I got Bron stands out there slandering Russ for no reason at all. When y'all don't got no heat, no nothing for LeBron. That's the irony in all this. All the heat came down on Russ, and no heat came down on LeBron when LeBron is supposed to be the leader. LeBron is supposed to be the GOAT. LeBron is supposed to be this just phenomenal guy that makes everything around him better, and that's not been the case. You know what I mean? So this is where I've got invested into the storyline, because like I said before, I didn't notice it, but Russ was dragging OKC teams to the playoffs that did not belong there. You know what I mean? He was dragging the Washington Wizards to the playoffs that did not belong there. And I heard a dope story about Russ, you know what I mean, going off on the Wizards when he first got there. Like, y'all fools need to give Bradley Beal the ball. That's it. This is an all-time, all-NBA player. Y'all, the rest of y'all dudes need to manufacture your game to make sure this guy right here eats. So I respect Russ for stepping into the Wizards locker room and able to command that respect, and also acknowledge that Bradley Beal needed that respect as well. But that's just a little story that I heard I want to share with y'all. But he dragged the Wizards to the playoffs. Russ dragged the Houston Rockets, one of the most grift. What do you call it? Just a fake, faux, modern day era team that was led by the choke artist himself, James Harden. Russ dragged that team to the playoffs. So you can't sit here and tell me that he didn't have the talent, the skill, the leadership, the focus to help the Lakers at least get to the playoffs. They did not make the playoffs in the season and a half that Russ was on that team. And you know what I mean, I don't put that on Russ at all. You know what I mean, not at one tittle. And although Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, like I said on the previous video, if Skip don't dedicate his entire first show to apologizing to Westbrook, I'm already off the Skip Bayless train. I'm already off the Undisputed, the lame stream. I'm off of all of those dudes. But I'm not giving Skip any more. No. Skip can turn his whole approach to sports around, and if he don't apologize to Westbrook, no, bro, because that man ran low lights on Westbrook every day that he was a Laker. And Skip is the biggest LeBron hater, and we all know this. He's the biggest LeBron hater in the media. He ran all these low lights on Westbrook and gave LeBron no flack at all, as the biggest LeBron hater in the media. So I'm disgusted with Skip. I'm disgusted with you LeBron fans. I'm disgusted with Shannon Sharp, because y'all dogged this man for a year and a half. Had no smoke for nobody else. Street clothes Anthony Davis had no smoke for him. Now when Russ got traded, now everybody want to say AD this and AD that. But of course, when Russ was there, it was all his fault. He was a vampire in the locker room. We remember this. I'm not letting y'all forget. So I'm saying my boy earned it. It's a reason why a championship coach, the day he only had Russ for 40 games at best. He had him for 40 games and seen that, oh, this man he's in here changing the culture. You know, Westbrook changes the culture, obviously. Kawhi ain't do it. I'm sure Tyronn Lue would have said it. PG ain't do it. I'm sure Tyronn Lue would have said it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to hear this report. I felt very passionate about this because, like I said, I didn't have any interest in this storyline. When I got invested, I instantly seen like, oh man, they slandering my boy, bro. Like, Russ ain't really doing nothing. You know what I mean? He's not a detriment to the Lakers as much as they're saying. Because if you're gonna give a detriment to one player, then you got to spread the wealth. Because what do LeBron fans do when he loses in the finals or the playoffs? It's everybody else's fault for some reason. But when it comes to Russell Westbrook, I told y'all I'm struggling with those assets. When it comes to Russ, it's all Russ' fault, and there's no possible way it could be anybody else's fault. Clown work. I don't accept that. I don't respect that, and I utterly reject that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, y'all did my boy Russ wrong, and then it took for an NBA championship coach to come out and correct all of this cap that y'all was doing, because us the real ones was out here saying like, hey, no, Russ, it ain't Russ, it's Woo. We were trying to give him good flowers. I didn't have my channel at the time, but as a dude in the barbershop, in the gym, and all that kind of stuff, I used to say like, nah, Russ was, Y'all listening to the media and y'all getting the wrong thing out of that. That's crazy. But at the same time, that's all I got for it. Yeah, that's all I really have for it. I got another video I want to do towards for Kawhi and PG because I got a strong opinion about them gentlemen as well. I might save it to after this season because I'm really watching Kawhi Leonard and Paul George this year, man. They both making $45 million this year. That's ridiculous. Russ is making $4 million. And not even $4 million, like 3.8. He's making the vet minimum, and he's going to be the leader of the team. He's going to have the biggest voice. So it's like, come on, bro, y'all. I'm watching these dudes this season, and I'm gonna have a very strongly worded video cooked up if I don't see what I need to be seeing from these dudes. But anyway, that's just my thoughts, my commentary on the situation. Y'all tell me what you think in the comment section. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on this channel. I do appreciate y'all a lot of support. I'm not a player, I'm not a coach. I'm a savant. Peace.